This is number 1 of the Algebra TCAP review test. It says, look at the system of equations below. And then it says, Trevor stated that 4, 0 is the solution to the system of equations. Joey stated that 0, negative 2 is the solution to the system of equations. Which conclusion is true? Well, the way they have it, test taking strategy here, I can just put the numbers in and see if they work. For example, Joey is correct because the point 0, negative 2 satisfies both equations. Let's test it and see. So I know 0 is my x, negative 2 is my y. So all I'm going to do is substitute it in for the variables up here. So x, I'm going to say 0 minus 2 times the y, which is in this case negative 2, equals 4. Well, remember my order of operations. Negative 2 times negative 2, that is 4. Alright, so 0 plus 4 equals 4. Hey, that works. That's true. But now remember, it says it has to satisfy both. So again, I'm going to test the second one. I know y, in this case, so old Joey says y, which is negative 2, equals 4 minus 0. Well, negative 2 equals 4. That's not true. So now I know anything Joey says is absolutely wrong. So I can mark out D, I can mark out A, because Joey is not right. But now I have to decide which one is the correct answer here. Again, and so I want to test what Trevor did. Trevor says 4, 0. So I say, okay, 4 minus, and then I have 2. Let me start that over here. You have 4 minus 2, and then substitute the 0 in for my y equals 4. Well, negative 2 times 0, 4 minus 0 equals 4, and that is true. 4 minus 0 does equal 4, because 4 equals 4. But then I look at the second one, I say y, okay, y would be 0 equals 4 minus, and then I'm substituting in 4 as my x, so 0 does equal 0. So I know that it satisfies both. So I look at Trevor is correct because the point 4, 0 satisfies both equations, and he's exactly right with that one and what he says. So B is your solution for number 1 of the Algebra test TCAP review. Now I do want to show you another way in case actually to graph it. We'll use our calculator, and let me clear it here. And I'm actually going to clear off all of this stuff because we're going to do a little bit different strategy. I want to do it, I'm going to put it in slope-intercept form and actually graph it to see what my solution is to this problem. So I know the second one is already in slope-intercept form, except I'm going to change one little thing. I'm going to say y equals, put x in its spot, and I say negative x plus 4. Now I do have x minus 2y equals 4. That's not in slope-intercept form yet at all. So I need to move this x. I can subtract my x from both sides. Leaves me negative 2y, which equals, again, I'm just going to put everything in its place. Negative x, remember y equals mx plus b. So now I've got to go one more step. I've got to get rid of any number on that side other than the y. Divide everything by negative 2. And I come up with y equals negative, negative, so I'm going to have 1/2 x, because two negatives make it a positive. And then in this case I have 4 divided by negative 2, so I'm going to have minus 2. So that is my second equation to this problem, or actually my first one that I'm going to put in. When I go, and I've actually got something in there, the best bet is here. Let's do this. Let's push second plus, remember always clear it, 7, 1, 2. Now it's cleared. I don't have any data in it anywhere that can mess me up. So now when I go here, the thing to remember, I have to put fractions in parentheses. So I'll say parentheses 1 divided by 2 x minus 2. And then I'm going to go to my second one and go back up here and put this one in, negative x plus 4. And then I can graph them. And I'll watch how the lines go. And then in order to get the actual intersection, I'm going to push second and trace. And you look at all these different things. I'm looking for the intersection because that's how you find your solution to system of equations. Don't want the first curve, don't want second curve, don't want guess, but I do want the next thing coming up, and that is my solution, which is 4, 0. And the only one that matches there, again, is B. And that's number 1 of your algebra TCAP review test.